Okay, this is a follow-up video from my previous video which introduced you to the idea of coding the von Neumann architecture diagram. So in this video, really I'm just going to show you my finished design and then I'm also going to show you how I do this step and repeat using a for loop to kind of try and reduce the code and make it tidier. So here's my design. As you can see, I've placed everything on its own layer in Lucidchart. It's my background, my buses, my CPU, my RAM, and then finally the labels. So thus far what I've been working on is I'm basically at this point in my coding, and as you'll see I've got to the point where all I've got to do now to finish the CPU is step and repeat the registers. Okay, so in my design I'm now at this point which I haven't coded yet. So what I need to do is code this. So basically what I want to do is draw a rectangle at this position, at this size, with a radius of 5, and then I want to step and repeat that by 118 pixels. So this is how I do that. Okay, so to do the step and repeat thing, what I first need is a variable, which is basically just a place in memory that we call x step, and that is set to 118. That's the distance between each of the rectangles. Then, in order for me to change the x position of each of the rectangles that I produce, I need to use another variable called x start, and that initially is going to start at position 118, which is this position in my design. Okay, now in order to draw and then repeat drawing but in a different x position, I need to use a for loop, and this is what it looks like. For let I equal 0. Now all I is what's called a temporary or local variable that just stores a number while the for loop is working. So that just sets it to 0. So I will be set to 0 initially, and it will I is less than 5, which means that I will increase up to 5 and stop. And then I need to tell it how many I need to increase I by each time it repeats. I plus plus. So all that simply means is increase by 1. Then I need to use my curly braces. So first thing I do is I draw my rectangle. So x start, which originally is 180 by 110 down from the top. I want it to be 108 wide by 60 deep or high, and then with a radius of 5. So it's going to draw a rectangle roughly in this position here. Then what I want to do is I want to change the x start position to be x start plus x step. X start equals x start plus x step. Okay, now I'm just going to run it and hopefully you'll see, let me just bring that down, how that's going to work. Boom, done. Now going back to my design, another area where I could use this same technique could be either for the buses, where you see this kind of step and repeat process, or I could also use it in the labels with the numbers step and repeat, and also in the text position, position, position. Wherever you see repetition in code, that usually means that there's some kind of structure that you can apply to your code that enables you to loop. And in this case we can use a for loop because we know how many times we need to repeat. Okay, that's it for this video. I might come back and show you my finished diagram in another video. You'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for watching.